Welcome back to Raw Footage with me, Alexandra Gold. And today I'm talking about redefining beauty and how I've managed to feel beautiful and understand beauty a lot more after dealing with a brain tumour and osteomyelitis where I've lost most of my forehead. I think for me, the crux of the matter means knowing your self-worth. Beauty really does come from within. Even your self-confidence is a part of your natural beauty. I mean, there are plenty of things that I can do on a general basis that can help me feel beautiful and look beautiful if I want to. But internally, I smile and I know my self-worth. I think what's really hard is when, I'm looking at a camera now, so I can see myself. But once I've got ready for the day, whether that's putting makeup on or not, and I go out, I don't have to look at my forehead all day. And it's not at the forefront of my mind. Sorry, there are some funny things that go on in your head when you've got facial deformity. So, yeah. The front of my mind, which just doesn't have a skull. But yeah, so there are things that don't have to bother you when you go outside. I don't look at my forehead all day long. I'm within it. I know how I feel, and that comes from within. That doesn't come from what I look like. And I don't go around with a mirror all the time. I don't sit there with my video camera looking at my forehead. And to me, it's just another part of me. It's become a part of who I am. And I actually feel quite offended. The last time I went to see my consultants at the hospital, I actually saw a registrar, and he's obviously quite new and very, very keen on what he does. And he looked at my forehead and he said, I can do so much with that. I can reconstruct it, and we can take that little bit of darkened skin out of there, we can put it back together, I can give you a new forehead and it will look as good as new. And to me, that's a heck of a lot of trauma to go through when my everydays are beautiful anyway. And I'm sure there will come a time when that is an option, because once you've had a deformity, your body doesn't work quite the same way. But I must say that your body is also quite miraculous. And what you can see there, which is a dent, I don't know whether you can see it, I don't know how to show you quite. But 2 years ago, it was an absolute dent. And whether you believe in miracles or not, or fat stem cells or whatever it is, it actually has started to heal itself and fix itself. And that's not the only part of me that has fixed itself, because I allow my body to do what I, on a conscious level, am unable to do. But I know that my subconscious and my internal parts are able to do the work for me, and I let it be. I trust that they can do it for me, because I've also, even though I've lost all of the bone within my forehead as well. So my brain was pushed right back into my head when I had the tumour. The dura, the lining around the brain, has actually doubled, tripled, thickened itself so much to protect me. And I, on a conscious level, I had nothing to do with that. I wouldn't have even thought of that. But my body did that for me. Isn't that fucking miraculous? Sorry, excuse the language, but it just is. So, yes, I wear makeup. I do, not every day. Obviously, you've seen me like this on a few occasions, so you know now that this is my everyday. And I don't mind showing off my dent, because it's a part of me. And that's what makes me beautiful. Okay, I don't show it off all the time, but I don't have any comeback against wind when I'm walking down the street. There is no hairspray that is strong enough to defeat the wind in some cases. But I don't let it define me. I know my self-worth. I know that I also use everything that's available. So whether that is makeup, whether that is good hair products to cover my denty bits and, under my eyes. I use whatever I can, but it's not at the forefront of my mind. I use whatever I have at hand, whatever I find that works for me, whether that's natural or whether it's in the shops. I don't care. It's how I feel that what's important, because who I am, knowing my self-worth and knowing myself well enough has been the most crucial, most beneficial, most miraculous, and just, I'm so grateful, part of my life. I wish I could bottle it and give it all to you. Just do yourself a favour. Know your self-worth. That makes you beautiful. Oh, and don't forget to smile.